Good afternoon. Welcome to the Healthy Hustle by New Earth. My name is Kevin Larson. Good to be with you again. Once a year, citizens of the world come together to show their support and enthusiasm for protecting the environment. They share their thoughts and ideas about how we can all come together to make this world a healthier, greener place. They coordinate their efforts to spread awareness about the importance of protecting the environment and organize events to help people take action to boost the health of this earth and all of its inhabitants. This single day each year is known as Earth Day, and this year will be the 53rd celebration. Earth Day was founded in 1970 thanks to the efforts of Wisconsin Senator Gaylord Nelson. He had been increasingly concerned about the deteriorating environment he had witnessed in the United States and began to organize events to bring awareness to the problem and inspire people to take action. His efforts were so successful that by 1990, the celebration of Earth Day was taking place globally. Today, Earth Day events are held all over the world by government leaders and other environmental stakeholders. However, the celebrations aren't limited to these large events. Everyone can be part of Earth Day on a smaller scale. This may look like organizing a community cleanup or participating in a tree planting event. However, it's important to recognize that protecting this planet takes more than just one day a year. It's up to each and every one of us to make small, sustainable changes to our daily lives that will ultimately add up to have a big impact on the health of the planet. And what better way to do that than with an Earth Day resolution? I know resolutions are usually reserved for the new year, but they don't have to be. When it comes down to it, resolutions are just goals that you have set for yourself, and you can do that any time of the year. So this year, I want to encourage you to use Earth Day as a time to reflect on the eco-friendly habits that you have formed in the last year and find ways you can do better. After all, even the smallest actions done repeatedly over the course of a year can add up to make a big impact. Maybe you're not sure where to start. Well, I've got you covered. Let's look at 5 ideas you can use as your Earth Day resolution this year. Resolution number 1, I will eat more plant-based foods. We all know that the food we choose to eat directly impacts our health. But did you know that it also impacts the health of the planet? It's true. In fact, it's estimated that food can account for up to 30% of a household's carbon footprint. From the packaging used for processed foods to the land that is needed to raise livestock and grow crops, the process of creating food carries a large amount of blame in the industry's impact on the environment. Of course, not all foods are created in the same manner, which means that some foods carry a larger carbon footprint than others. And one of the biggest culprits is farm-raised meat. Livestock agriculture alone is estimated to produce nearly half of all man-made carbon emissions worldwide. On the other hand, plant-based foods like fruits and vegetables have a relatively low carbon footprint. Combine that with the fact that they are a better option when it comes to your health, and making a resolution to include more plant-based foods in your diet this year, well, it's a win-win. Resolution number 2, I will support local farmers. The transportation of food items equates to about 5% of the food industry's carbon footprint. While that may not seem like a lot, cutting back on food transportation is one of the easiest ways we can reduce our own carbon footprint, and the best way to do that is by supporting local farmers. Chances are a majority of the produce that is available at your local grocery store has had to travel quite a distance before landing on the shelf. Oftentimes, This produce is coming all the way from Mexico or South America, and in some cases, over the ocean. Transporting food these distances not only contributes to carbon emissions from transportation, but also results in the use of genetic modification or chemicals to ensure the produce is still fresh when it arrives. By purchasing produce from local farmers, you are able to sustainably decrease the amount of carbon and chemicals being put into the environment. As an added bonus, you get to support your local businesses and farmers, which is always beneficial for your community. Resolution number 3, I will be thoughtful about my transportation. According to the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, transportation makes up about 29% of the nation's total carbon emissions. Thankfully, it can be easy to reduce your contribution to this by simply being aware of the transportation options available and being thoughtful about which ones you choose to use. The best and easiest way to reduce your transportation footprint is to bike or walk whenever that's possible. For example, you could choose to bike to work or walk to the nearby farmer's market. In an ideal world, we would be able to bike or walk everywhere we needed to go. However, that is not reality. When you do need to take some form of transportation, consider using public transportation. Taking the bus or subway uses less energy and results in fewer carbon emissions than taking a private vehicle. In fact, it's estimated that if one person per household switched to using public transportation, it could result in an 8% decrease in that household's annual carbon footprint. In addition to your daily transportation habits, it's important to be thoughtful about the transportation you are using when traveling, especially if your trip involves flying. Airplanes require a lot of fuel to operate, especially during takeoff and landing. Because of this, short trips can be made more eco-friendly by choosing to drive or taking the train instead of flying. If you're going somewhere that requires a flight, choose the most direct flight possible, as it will likely have the lowest carbon footprint per person. Resolution number 4. I will spread the word about environmental protection. If your small acts add up to have a big impact, imagine what kind of impact we can have if we get more people to adopt eco-friendly habits. This year, consider making an Earth Day resolution to spread the word about the importance of environmental protection and help others adopt a more sustainable lifestyle. Connect with neighbors to brainstorm ways your community can work together to make a difference, such as doing a community cleanup or starting a local tree planting initiative. Start conversations with your family members and friends about the importance of protecting this environment and help them create a plan to conserve energy and reduce their carbon footprint. Get your kids involved by teaching them to turn the water off when brushing their teeth or recycling plastic and cardboard around the house. There are countless ways you can help spread the word about the importance of living a sustainable life. Resolution number 5. I will support sustainable companies. You have the power to vote for sustainable practices with every purchase that you make. While shopping locally is always the more sustainable option, it's a fact that it isn't always possible for every purchase that you make. Thankfully, there are a lot of companies out there today that prioritize protecting the environment. That means that with a little awareness and research, you can not only support their efforts, but also demand change from other companies who are not operating to your environmental standards. Your purchases are powerful, so this year, use them for good by supporting eco-friendly companies. As this Earth Day comes and goes, join us in extending the celebration and making every day Earth Day. Choose an Earth Day resolution and start doing your part to help protect this beautiful planet for future generations to enjoy. Remember, a little bit goes a long way, and when we work together and do our part, we can make a big impact on the health of this planet. So what's your Earth Day resolution this year? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to click the subscribe link and click the notification bell so you can always follow us on what's happening with the Healthy Hustle. And with that, thank you everybody. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.